Take the roll, please.
Mr. Razi?
Here.
Mr. Cordray?
Here.
Mr. Sousa?
Here. Stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are we getting sworn in now?
You're
Because we're on the agenda.
It's on the agenda next, I guess so.
Okay. Well,
Mr. Chairman, whatever you'd like to do.
all right. I guess, Mr. Yoder, would that be fine with you?
Works for me.
Would you like to swear us in, Mr. Yoder?
You guys are quite literally the bosses, so I will literally do whatever you say.
Swear us in, sir.
You want to do it down front?
Yep, that sounds
Yes,
good.
fine. You're good then, Ellen.
I'll let you have your moment in the sun first. Yeah, well, there's a little bit. I can see a little shine. You gotta put it up behind.
I, Joseph P. Razi,
I, Joseph P. Razi,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of trustee for Hamilton Township
of trustee for Hamilton Township
of Warren County, State of Ohio,
of Warren County, State of Ohio,
during my continuance in office.
during my continuance in office.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep. It's much better than those police and fire guys. We're right here. All right, I, Darrell R. Cordray II,
I, Darrell R. Cordray II,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of trustee for Hamilton Township
of trustee for Hamilton Township
of Warren County,
of
State
Warren,
of Ohio,
of Warren County, State of Ohio,
during my continuance in office.
during my continuance in office.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, with that, I will make a motion to approve the clerk's journal and accept the audio-video recordings as the official minutes of the December 1st Board of Trustees special meeting and December 3rd Board of Trustees regular meeting.
Second.
Mr. Razi?
I'm going to abstain on the December 3rd and vote yes on the December 1st.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
And the reason I abstained is because I wasn't here for that meeting. And with that, I will make a motion to accept the bills as presented before the board.
Second.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
Mr. Razi?
Yes. Big stuff. I think. Ellen was busy.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to sit at the chairs and by the tables, that's certainly fine. You don't have to stand for the meeting. You're welcome to take a seat.
Thanks. Okay, first item on the agenda is a public hearing concerning 421 US 22 and 3, which is a Stage 3 PUD. Mr. Yoder.
Sure, I'll go ahead and introduce this for those in attendance as to how it will go. So basically what we'll do is we'll have everyone that thinks that they might want to give testimony get sworn in. You'll just stand up, raise your right hand, and get sworn in. Then after that, we'll have the applicant speak first. After the applicant speaks, then, or actually, excuse me, we'll have staff speak first. After staff speaks, then the applicant will get up and they'll be able to provide whatever testimony they want. We'll then ask those in favor of the application to go ahead and get up and speak one at a time. Those that are against it or opposed will then get an opportunity to get up and speak one at a time. Applicant will come back up for any last closing remarks they want. Then we'll close the public comment portion of the hearing, and then the trustees will deliberate and orally vote on a motion. And that is pretty much it. So when it is your turn to speak, we just ask that you do so from the podium and just state your name. Your address can be personal or professional, and then confirm the fact that you've been sworn in. So with that said, anyone that thinks they might want to give testimony in this public hearing, if you'd go ahead and stand up and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and belief? Thanks. You may be seated. Mr. Rossi?
Ms. Walton, would you like to give a presentation?
Okay. So again, this is the Stage 3 PUD for 421 US 22 and 3. The applicant is CRG Residential. Owner of the property is Gallenstein Brothers. So the legal notice was published on the township website on December 4th, and legal notices were sent to all required property owners. So the review criteria for a Stage 3 PUD, which is the final site plan, is that the PUD site plan substantially conformed to the approved PUD preliminary site plan, which was Stage 2, including any revisions or conditions of approval by the board, and that all necessary legal documents relating to the incorporation of a homeowners association or property owners association be done. Number 2 is not applicable to this case, so we are just looking at making sure that Stage 3 is substantially similar to Stage 2. So aerial photo of the property. Again, this is at 48 in Willow Pond. The proposal again is 220 units through 8 buildings. There is semi-attached and detached parking. There will be 5-foot sidewalks along both sides of the street. They do meet open space at 29%. They do have the 1 retention pond. All of the landscaping that they're proposing does meet our interior and perimeter requirements. And then the amenities that they are proposing include a clubhouse, a fitness center, a community pool, a pickleball court, and a dog park. So again, the landscape requirements that were approved during Stage 2 have not changed. Water and sewer services, which are provided by the county, were also approved during Stage 2 and have not changed, as well as access points on Willow Pond, which were approved and do not change. And just a reminder, there is no access to State Route 48 from this development. This again, just the landscaping plan that was approved, showing those 2 access points there onto Willow Pond. Water and sewer connections. So we do have elevations here showing the hardy lap siding, the cast stone, and the brick veneer. And this will be for all 8 buildings. So the recommendation from the Hamilton Township Zoning Commission was to approve the Stage 3, and staff does also recommend Stage 3 approval with the following conditions. Most of these you've seen or are general, so I'll just point out a few of them. Condition 5 was prior to Stage 3 final approval, that the applicant obtain access permits and perform the traffic impact study. Those have been done, and something that I wanted to mention is because of all the development that's happening in this area and the traffic concerns in this area, we the township are working with ODOT and Warren County to take a regional approach for the entire development instead of each individual development that happens, kind of piecemealing the corrections that need to be made. So this will be the first application that we've gone through that process. Their requirements for contribution toward those improvements have been made based on that traffic impact study that they did submit. The other condition that RPC recommended was that the township decide whether the 1997 zoning resolution would be the conditions or the requirements of that 1997, since this one is when the Stage 1 approval was done, or whether we would use today's standards. And after some internal discussion, we decided that we would be using today's standards on this application. And then the last condition that I want to talk about is the one that I just mentioned, their contribution toward the regional improvements. So prior to final zoning certificate being issued for any structure of this project, the applicant shall provide to Hamilton Township or the Warren County Transportation Improvement District funds equal to 8.25% of the cost of the transportation improvements for the intersections of Willow Pond Boulevard and State Route 22 and 3 and 48, and also 48 and Willow Pond. That amount will not exceed $300,000. The applicant has seen these, has the conditions, and is in agreement with the conditions. So with that, I will be available for questions.
Gentlemen, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I just a question or more or less a follow-up, and I don't know if Ms. Walton or Mr. Wright, you guys can expand. We've mentioned the whole taking the regional approach to the kind of the traffic issue, and I know one of the big things that we talked about in stage 2 and that I brought up was that intersection there at Willow Pond 22 and 3, the left turn, getting that left turn access on the 22 and 3. So do you mind expanding further, just kind of what that is, that it's not going to happen overnight, but like what exactly are we doing as a township and how we're engaging different entities just to kind of address this issue?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I was going to ask if you could maybe in totality talk about the likely improvements as all these parcels develop that you guys are talking about at this point, because I think that'll probably alleviate some questions.
Yep, it's understandable. The residents in that vicinity would be very curious. As Kathy had mentioned, the regional approach we're taking, we have agreement with ODOT District 8 and the Warren County Engineer's Office, and Mr. Dave Mick, one of the engineers on staff at the WCO, is here today as well. And so, as Kathy had said, rather than a series of incremental improvements, in a nutshell, what the 3 governmental entities, and I think Jason Gallenstein is here today representing the Gallenstein family, they agree that this is a more sound approach. Rather than seeing 7 or 8 road improvements over the next decade and a lot of construction, the County Engineer's Office has awarded a overall design contract to a private engineering firm in the Cincinnati region. And that design, on behalf of the state, county, and township, and the property owners and developers, it will analyze all of the various intersection improvements and what those widenings or traffic signals shall be, starting with a couple that we know would occur, as Mr. Cordray mentioned. For example, one of the first improvements in a couple of years likely would include at Willow Pond Boulevard and 22 and 3, you will see dual left turn lanes leaving Willow Pond Boulevard so that we can get twice as many vehicles, in theory, through their green time. And that would include dual receiving lanes. So 22 and 3 would be widened, going west from Willow Pond Boulevard intersection past Hopkins Road. So, and then it would taper back down to Current. So a widening of, there'd be additional lanes on 22 and 3 to receive that, so that current intersection with the traffic light will function better. Another improvement that's been identified and agreed upon that will be a priority will be the intersection of Willow Pond and State Route 48. Will receive in the next few years a traffic light there. And so that traffic light will help the movement of vehicles and improve safety, especially for the left turn movements going from Willow Pond to turn northbound or turn left on a State Route 48. And because there is due diligence occurring for the Meyer Farm that's on the opposite side of State Route 48, when that property receives retail and restaurant development, that developer will also be contributing. That development would also be benefiting from a master plan traffic signal at 48. And then it's going to expand. The improvements would even include 22 and 3 east of 48, at least through the Cochran Road intersection, if not a little further. That's likely to include a widening of 22 and 3 and enhancements. We're in discussions because of development, non-residential development, commercial one proposed at Cochran and 22 and 3, to a goal that the state, county, and township and developers share is to realign that intersection for safety, and especially safety of the left-hand movements onto 22 and 3. So it's likely that we are going to see, it's too early to put a final price tag because it's in the early stages of design, but we're likely to see $8 to $10 million worth of road improvements. And we'd like to do that in 1 or 2 single projects rather than a small project every year for the next decade. So every intersection of those roadways that we've discussed will be improved upon. And something that's pretty unique for a quick developing community is that you heard it down to the 0.25% to be equitable. It's not equitable to have the first developer responsible for everything, nor practical, and we don't want to wait to have road improvements until the final development 8-10 years from now is done. So you heard Ms. Walton say that this, what you're looking at today, the CRG Apartments, is responsible for 8.25%. We're working with the various engineering entities to make sure that each developer is paying their fair share of this. But by doing it in concert with the county and the state, we hope that the orange barrels will be there for less amount of time. That negatively impacts our residents. But when those ballpark $8 to $10 million road improvements are done, it's going to be a great sense of relief. We'll have less crashes on those roadways, greater lane accommodations for current and new traffic, and we think that's the right approach. So, and we appreciate our partners at the County Engineer's Office and District 8 for taking this approach with us. So it's going to be a time savings and a cost savings, and everybody will have their responsibility at the table. Thanks.
How far are we from a conceptual design?
20, I hate to give you a 12, it's probably practical to give you more narrow response. Summer of 2026 is probably practical because the County Engineer's Office and County TID has already engaged that firm. And because we know there are likely to be 5 or 6 developments occurring in the next decade, we have enough information on the type of development and the type of trip counts a day that each business or housing development would bring. So even though it's early, the modeling that they have now can incorporate every proposed development and be able to model the number of trips, where the trips would be going to, where they're generated from. So I'm pretty comfortable that mid-next year, we would know the totality of all of the specific improvements. We'll know the price tag, and then we'll work collectively on the financing of that.
I think it'd be a good idea to have an open house for residents when the time comes to that there's a conceptual drawing.
Yeah, some type of public engagement for sure.
Good idea.
Any other questions concerning the Stage 3 PUD?
No, I don't see any really, I haven't seen anything really change since.
It has not changed significantly, really, since it started the process.
Okay. So at this time, we'd like to hear from the applicant, if you'd like to make any comment.
Ross Murder, 805 City Center Drive, Carmel, Indiana, with CRG Residential. Just, again, you just mentioned product didn't really change since you guys last saw it at Stage 2. Zoning Commission also saw it back in August. And so I'm happy to go back into those details again if you figure finds them beneficial. But I think I just want to make a point of from August to now, just an acknowledgement and appreciation of ODOT, county, and township, and private individuals, just being able to get together and kind of solve a traffic problem that may be existing today. And just anytime you can get all three groups moving in this road in the same direction, I think it's a net positive for everyone. So I just acknowledgement and thanks. Happy to answer
And
any
sir,
questions.
before providing your testimony, were you sworn in?
Yes.
Thank you.
Gentlemen?
I do.
Mark?
Do not.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
So this time, we're going to hear from those in proponents of this development. Would anyone like to speak on behalf in support of the development? Okay. Oh,
Hello. Chris McMinn. I'm at 1171 Craig Court. So my family lives near Willow Pond, near that development off Stryker Road. And I am in favor of it. I appreciate what we learned about the traffic, that they're going to improve the traffic patterns in that area. I'm mostly wondering about the walkability of the new development. So it would be wonderful to allow pedestrians to ride their bike or walk to, say, the UDF or the new commercial development that's going to be happening in that area. So I heard the traffic the road improvements, but will there be sidewalks, for example, along Willow Pond? There's beautiful sidewalks along the Willow Pond development that's currently there with setback with trees. So the immediate plans, wondering if there will be, nice setback with trees for sidewalks there. Number one. The second, for the commercial space on either side of Route 22 between Willow Pond and Route 48. I have a map if you, it's hard to figure out which one's northwest. Anyway, so for the commercial development that hasn't yet started yet, off of 22 between Willow Pond and 48, will there be sidewalks allowing all the residents, like along Stryker, Willow Pond, the new developments, to walk or ride their bikes to Route 48 and to your commercial developments, which I assume will be in your best interest, and you'd support, pedestrian traffic into the new commercial developments. And then whether Galantine would partner with the town and potentially create some green space, a space people could walk to and sit down either by donating some portion of that commercial development to the township so that there could be a park or something where pedestrians can walk to, all the residents, Willow Pond and along that area, a destination basically, either commercial destination, not really a strip mall, but more of a commercial destination and park area. So I'm in favor of it, assuming that there will be sidewalks and pedestrian-friendly opportunities.
And ma'am, were you sworn in before giving testimony?
was, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Walton could talk about from a zoning code requirement, and then I know the board and staff share that every time now in our central business district, or what will be a CBD in 10 years, that we do want to have connectivity, and then longer-term goal of connecting that central business district to our existing neighborhoods. But I think Ms. Walton could talk about the commercial width of sidewalks and that for the corridor.
Yeah, and as we discussed when you were here, that.
Thank you for letting me review the plans. I really appreciate it. I came in.
Not a
You were
problem.
very-
It's just going to happen with development of that commercial property, so it's not something that's going to happen with the existing proposed stage 3 that we're talking about today. But as that commercial property develops, then that's when that would happen.
Okay. And I really appreciate it. Thanks. I like the holistic view that you guys are taking for this. So, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in support of this development? Okay, at this time, I would like to invite anyone that is opposed to this development to speak. Okay. Having said that, I will close the floor and open for deliberation.
You might offer the applicant a last chance for anything
That's right.
they'd like to say.
Would you like to speak on anything else that's been commented on?
Only just to acknowledge the walkability, the sidewalks that are part of our project and will be part of, and one of the zoning conditions is they're in it, that's before 50% of the project is done, so that's it.
Very good. All right. Thanks, Ben. Okay, this time I will close the floor to comment and open for deliberation. Gentlemen, any questions, comments?
Yeah, since we have Dave here, if you don't mind, just kind of explain the water runoff, like any kind of how that whole process, and just, might as well take advantage of the fact you're here, Mr. Smith. Yeah.
It's a little bit of a bigger.
Just want to state your name and address for the record, Dave. Thanks.
David Mick, resident of Wedgewood subdivision, but I'll give you I'm with the county engineer's office and 210 West Main Street, Lebanon, Ohio. If you could advance to the next slide, maybe we'll start with that one. That yellow highlighted area is the area that drains through this property and ultimately to Willow Pond Boulevard. Willow Pond Boulevard was set up by the Galantines with the Indian Lake, or reserves of Indian Lake development there just to the south of Willow Pond. that was constructed to act also, in addition to Willow Pond Boulevard that they constructed, also to act as a restrictor for flow coming through this, draining from that yellow area that we see from the north side of 22 and 3 and east of 48, eventually making its way down through the development and up against Willow Pond. And there's an outlet structure there to help control flow and to back up the water for storage on the east side of Willow Pond Boulevard. And as you see there, it's about 430 acres draining to that point. This site that we're looking at here they're developing about 9 acres. So it's, a couple percent of the total area. When that was set up, that was originally set up in 2003, they did consider a multifamily development for this site. So detention is already built into those improvements in 2003, and part is also part of a larger consideration. And if we can go to that next slide, we do receive some concerns from, and I'm deviating from this site here right now. We receive some concerns from the reserves of Indian Lake development. And primarily there's a bridge on Erie Drive there just to the west of State Route 48. And that's visible from the road when you drive on 48 and look toward the development. And then there's also quite a bit of drainage that runs between the Weathersfield development and that reserves of Indian Lakes. And you see that's 2,100 acres. Not, no part of this site, drains to those two areas that I just mentioned. But it's a consideration. I heard mention of the Meyer family parcel being developed. What can help some of those residents is if there's an opportunity with that development to consider regional basins on that east side of 48. That can help with moderate that flow, just as the Gowensteins did when they constructed Willow Pond Boulevard, something similar to help moderate that flow on the downstream side. So just a thought. So moving back 2 slides, just kind of good. There we go. This region, this watershed was studied back in 2002, a Bear Run study, and part of that study recommended just what I said about considering regional basins on the east side of 48. So as we consider other developments moving forward, it's a good opportunity to try to consider that recommendation that was made back in 2002, and I think we'll see some improvement on the west side of 48.
Dave, just for layman's terms, when you use the term regional basin, are you talking about like an additional water retention basin that's like not development specific to just knowing that the pure amount of watershed in the area or like the region you've discussed and just what's coming, basically additional, energy and catch basins for watershed?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, if we can implement something, it would be to solve an existing problem. So not just, typically detention basins come in and its purpose is to mitigate any increased runoff. Well, here we'd be trying to capture some of what we're already seeing before development. And so it's a regional benefit, not just a site benefit.
Yes, I think the folks in, I don't know if it's been resolved at this point, reserves of Indian Lake you mentioned already have like an area where they have a little bit of an erosion issue. There's a turn in one of the banks in there and close to encroaching some property. So, no, I appreciate the comments.
Nope, I'm good. I appreciate you coming in and kind of just going over and explaining that just so we can kind of get that out there and know that we're kind of checking all the boxes and looking at all of it holistically, as was mentioned before.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Anything else, gentlemen?
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I don't have a lot. I would just add a couple. I'd compliment everybody because this is like the perfect, I think Joe and Daryl would probably agree. Probably the complaint or comment I get the most from residents is traffic. And it's generally around 22 and 48, and it's not our jurisdiction because they're county roads. So this is the perfect example. We have to involve county and state partners. We know it's an issue. We have a pending development. We have others percolating, I would say, and it seems to be accelerating in the area. So it's rewarding for me to just see the proactiveness of staff and Jeff and Kathy and, Dave and Kurt, engineer's office, ODOT folks. But I mean, it's eye-opening, and I think good for the public to see. This will involve capital from the developers as they develop. Probably nominal amounts from the township at a point, county partners, state partners, but the length of time and just the proactive, long-term approach. And then specifically to Chris's comments, the walkability, the sidewalks will happen as the developments occur. We have talked with one developer about like a little gateway area and maybe like a small, I don't know if I would call it a park, but like a township gateway. And I think as some of these commercial developments that are more retail or dining driven, I think you'll see the type of green space that you're talking about, or a gathering space, because they'll want that, right? They'll want traffic at those businesses. So no, good comments and just those thoughts to address those. But that's all I've got. Just appreciate everybody working on this collectively.
All right, anything else?
No, I'm good. I probably just echo everything Mark said.
All right, that I will close the floor to deliberation, and I believe we have a motion. Want to do that now?
I think it's at the bottom of the resolutions again. Next.
Yeah, it is, but it's marked. I guess we just do it now.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. All right, with that, I will make a motion to approve Resolution 25-1217G, a resolution approving a planned unit development, PUD, District Stage 3 final plan for approximately 19.015 acres for the property located at 421 State Route 22 and 3, parcel number 16054000059, Hamilton Township, Warren County, Ohio 45039.
Second.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
Mr. Rozzi?
Yes. Okay, very good. All right, this brings us to our first public comment section. Would anyone like to make public comment? Please step up to the podium. Okay. I will close the floor to public comments, and we are on to new business. First resolution is just standard. These are all standard housekeeping items, correct, end of the year?
That's right.
Anything, it doesn't look like there's anything unusual, except it looks like we're selling a ladder truck later on. Okay. So with that, I will make a motion to approve Resolution 25-1217A, a resolution authorizing the annual authorization of blanket certificates and establishing financial policies for the approval of purchase orders in 2026 and declaring an emergency.
Second.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
Mr. Rozzi?
Yes. Next is just transferring money from one fund to another.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions?
I do not.
All right. We'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-1217B, a resolution approving the transfer of funds from the Fire and EMS Levy Fund 2283 to the Station 76 Capital Project Fund 4902 for 2026 debt payment.
Second.
Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
Mr. Rozzi?
Yes.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
Next is just so we can pay everybody, correct?
That's correct.
Very good.
That's a good practice.
Very good. Everybody wants to get paid.
Should we deliberate further, guys, on that?
I don't know, should we? All right, I'd like to make a motion to approve Resolution 25-1218C, a resolution authorizing the disbursement of the checks for payroll-related withholdings and expenses and other expenses of the 2026 and declaring an emergency.
Second.
Mr. Rozzi?
Yes.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
Okay. Same sort of thing. It's paying bills. All right, make a motion to approve Resolution 25-1217D, a resolution authorizing the Township Fiscal Officer to process reappropriations and distribute payments as needed through December 31st, 2026, and declaring an emergency.
Second.
Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
Mr. Rozzi?
Yes.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
Okay. Basically, another housekeeping item that has to do with lighting district. Any questions?
Got to keep the lights on.
There you go. I'd like to make a motion to approve Resolution 25-1217E, a resolution authorizing the Township Fiscal Officer to advance funds from the General Fund 1000 to the Lighting District Fund 2401.
Second.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
Mr. Rozzi?
Yes. And then final resolution we have is selling our ladder truck to Franklin Township. Any questions, gentlemen?
I think we'll just let maybe Jeff and Chief speak a little bit, or maybe even Ben. We've explored all options in this and just talk through that a little bit?
Yeah, the highlights would be, before these gentlemen answer questions, we've been working for a few months to see what the best options are. This is a 19-year-old ladder truck. We will complete service of it in January, February, because we've received the replacement. And a truck that's 19 going on 20 years old has limited interest in it. We also explored using the different for-profit public auction sites. Those auction sites we do use for very small items that we bundle together, but there are large fees associated with those. So the net amount oftentimes is much less than the true value when you talk about very large items. And Mr. Yoder and his team did synchronize over the last several weeks with the county prosecutor's office on appropriate process.
Yeah, I can speak to that. As I think most know, Daryl is a trustee here, but also a Franklin Township administrator. Under 505-101, the townships allowed, unlike under 505-10, which deals with real property that you want to sell or accept, things like that. 505-101 allows the township to get rid of unfit or unneeded personal property, things of that nature, by selling it to a different political subdivision by whatever means it wants. That's allowed to be done by just a majority vote of the board, unlike some of the scenarios under 505.1. It's got to be a unanimous vote of the board. So that works here conveniently because obviously Mr. Cordray serving has a conflict there since he's kind of on both sides of the transaction. We worked with the county prosecutor's office to make sure that everything was copacetic, and so long as he doesn't vote or involve himself on either side of the transaction, perfectly copacetic to do. So it works smoothly. He's not been involved. We can do this exactly how it sounds like fire departments want to do, and they can just sell it directly to the township without Mr. Cordray's involvement.
And Chief, any comments to that? I think you even explored like marketing this through some fire associations and things like that, and didn't really develop any.
Yes, so, most departments that are gonna use a ladder truck, larger departments, they don't buy used anymore. Went to several, not only did we look at like Gov Deals and sites like that, I actually went to some brokerages that actually sell used fire trucks. One actually has an appraisal process we went through, and the appraisal process we got was between 50 and 60,000. Well, if you go with a brokerage firm and you add brokerage fees on top of that and delivery fees, then 50,000 is about real value of what we're going to get for the ladder truck, and so that's why I proposed that price.
Perfect, thank you.
Anything else?
I'm comfortable, I'm
All
good.
right. With that, I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-1217F, a resolution authorizing a contract to sell a 2006 Sutphen aerial ladder truck to Franklin Township, Warren County, Ohio, for use by Franklin Township's Fire Department.
Second.
Mr. Rossi?
Yes.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
Mr. Cordray?
Abstain.
Okay.
All right, that takes care of resolutions. We have some motions here. Any questions concerning the first motion, gentlemen?
Just high-level curiosity. You always think of security detail for the police, not so much for fire. How often do we get engaged, or what type of engagements do firefighters get for security or work details like this?
Next year will be the annual cardboard boat regatta as we put rescue teams on the water. So we charge their entity for that. The football games, because you can't take a crew out of service to have a medic unit stand by at the football games, which they're required to by Ohio High School Athletic Association. And technically, if they leave, they're supposed to stop the game. So we contract with them. They have no problem doing it, same as they contract with the police department. And then there's two other athletic events that come in that require our standby at Oders Lake, which one of them is a cross-country event. And so they pay those contract fees, and then that no longer comes out of tax dollars. That's actually supported. And the fees that we're charging, it's already in their union contract. We're just increasing it to match what the police department does now.
Yeah, good to know. It's a learning moment for me. I just figured all those events and obligations were just, you were just there as part of being on duty. Was not aware that it was contracted. It is also good for the taxpayer. Thanks, Chief.
Daryl, any questions?
I do not know.
All right. With that, I'll make a motion to approve the the memorandum of understanding between the Hamilton Township Board of Trustees and IAFF Local 4055, which increases the special detail hourly compensation rate from $51 to $65. I'm assuming that's hourly, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Effective January 1st, 2026, with all other terms of the collective bargaining agreement remaining unchanged.
Second.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
Mr. Rossi?
Yes. Duh, it said hourly right in the motion. All right. Morning meetings are a little tough for me. Just kidding. All right, next is just an agreement with Goodhue Consulting. This is concerning Mount Parts.
Yeah, that's correct. Nicole earlier and I request the board to support this so that we can use our engineer as our direct consultant. It'll get us through the phase 1 and phase 3 work in 2026, and also help be an advocate for us as we try to work with the county engineer's office and other entities on some grants we hope for further improvements. So that this way we'll have a specific advocate for looking out for the township.
Any questions?
I do not.
Nope. All right, very good. With that, I will make a motion to authorize the township administrator to execute an agreement with Goodhue Consulting to increase the maximum compensation from $25,000 to $45,000 for professional engineering services.
Second.
Mr. Rossi?
Yes.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
Okay, just some changes to the roster. Any questions, gentlemen? All right. With that, I will make a motion to approve the amendment of the Hamilton Township roster as presented.
Second.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
Mr. Rossi?
Yes. And the last is simply setting meeting times. Whew, this is a long one. All right, any questions?
It's like it's just one deviation to accommodate OTA, moving a meeting from a Wednesday to a Tuesday. Have at it.
Okay. That I will make a motion to schedule regular meetings of the Board of Trustees of Hamilton Township on the first and third Wednesday of each month at 6 p.m. at the Township Hall located at 7780 State Route 48, Hamilton Township, Ohio 45039, and may be rescheduled or canceled by the chairperson of the Board of Township Trustees or the Township Administrator or a majority vote of the members of the Board of Trustees. Special meetings may be called by the chairperson of the Board of Trustees or the Administrator or a majority vote of the members of the Board of Trustees, provided the notice required under Ohio law is provided.
Second.
Mr. Rossi?
Yes.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Brings us to our second public comment section. Would anyone like to make public comment?
Good morning. I agree. Morning meetings are not right. My name is Steve Blow. I live in the Thornton Grove subdivision. I have been sworn in and sworn at, so my bases are covered. I want to wish everyone here a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I want to make a special call out to Mr. Pelfrey and your supervisor, Mr. Farmer, and your roads crew. Y'all did a great job. I remember in Thornton Grove when we had only 2 streets plowed because those were the bus routes. Y'all came down at the beginning and at the ending, and just before I left to come here, your crew was back in our subdivision again, trying to get the rest of the ice and stuff off the street. So I've seen some somewhat hateful comments, and I've seen some shade thrown towards your department on the treatment of the roads in our township. And having lived here for 28 years, I can tell you that you guys did a great job. And I want to thank you and your roads crew for the long hours and for the dedication to the residents of the township. I'd also like to, I'm not sure congratulate is the right word, but Fire Chief, congratulations on breaking in your tanker overnight.
Thank you.
I'm not sure we say yay for a fire that you get to use the tanker on.
No, fortunately, it was a very small fire,
Yes,
but
yes, I saw
it
that.
proved exactly what we wanted to do with
Absolutely,
it. So,
I'm glad your vision is coming to life, and is proof of the need for us to upgrade our infrastructure as we grow.
Thank you.
Mr. Wright, I do encourage us to have more open houses, as was suggested, in terms of demonstrating what our township is doing in terms of addressing the overall regional growth. Especially living in Thornton Grove with Stevens having been closed off, we are experiencing tremendously long wait times, and we're seeing traffic backed up well into the internal streets of the subdivision. So it's just that's the way it is, right? I know ODOT has had it on their books to widen 22-3 to 4 lanes all the way up into Wilmington, but that may either take a winning lottery ticket or an act of Congress. I'm not sure which. So also, I just wanted to say, Chief Hughes, the service Saturday was beautiful. The folks there did a great job. I cannot express in words how beautiful it was. So good job. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And with that, I just wanted to let you guys know the best thing to put into a Christmas cookie is your teeth. Just saying.
Thanks for all your comments and compliments, Steve.
All right, anyone else for public comment? Okay, I'll close the floor to public comment. Mr. Wright, you're up.
Thank you. I'm going to defer. I can't follow Steve Blow.
Well, then make it quick.
I'm going to give the first half of my time to Chief Hughes. I think he wants to show some appreciation for last Saturday when Megan was honored.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the comments, Steve. I just want to thank the entire township. I want to thank all the men and women sitting over there at that table. As I stated to many of you off the record or on phone calls or text, including Megan's parents and husband who are in the back of the room, we're an agency of just shy of 30 folks, and we all know each other like our own families. And this has been very impactful and will be for quite some time because we're a smaller department. And I want to thank specifically a few people. I want to thank the fire department. They showed up. They looked incredible at the service. We had a couple folks from Public Works that showed up. Nicole Early, who never wants to be in the spotlight and never wants to be recognized for all she does. She had her own event that day, Wreaths Across America. And, that event takes months and months and months of planning. And she reached out to us and said, what can I do to help? And we told her, we may need some hands the morning of, but we don't expect you to be there for obvious reasons. You have your own event. I got there at about 10 till 8 at the high school Saturday morning. She was already there. And I just think that speaks volumes about her and her character. And I just wanted to make sure that she was publicly recognized. And then I'll have a few more comments later on. Thank you.
And briefly, all that I prepared for today was kind of a reflection and appreciation. A lot of my coworkers are here, not all, but I just hit my 2-year anniversary with the township last month. What a quick and for a government geek like me, a joyful 2 years. I'm being sincere. We know that this for years has been a community that's a destination community for residents and business owners, and I consider now a destination community for professionals that have servants' hearts and want to work in a positive culture. First week of November, our residents spoke loud and clear at the ballot box. I'm glad I get to work for this board for several more years. I think that talks about the service that our employees deliver. It's easy to get caught up in a daily grind. We receive hundreds of phone calls, emails, requests for assistance a day, and so we rarely step back from that daily grind and take the full perspective. And I was doing that last night when I was thinking about what I was going to say this morning. And in addition, a few of those things that we can be grateful for, in addition to the Aldi that's under development right now at State Route 48, Ms. Walt and I are working. You gentlemen just approved one development that's going to be positive for diversifying our tax base and for options for the community. In addition to that one in the Aldi, we have 6 other non-single family residential developments that are each going to be worth $10 million or more. These would all fall within a range of valuation when they're done between $10 and $45 million. And they are proposed to go in the correct location where they should go in this fast-growing community. So the next several years are going to be exciting because of all those positive investments in the community, more jobs being created, more options. And again, so I'll end now that they're all here. I simply feel a lot of appreciation. Thank you 3 gentlemen for telling me a couple years ago, as well as Mr. Yoder, how we would do things together, how we would be functional and not dysfunctional. And I'm really grateful that we're proving that to each other. So just thanks for a positive year. I'm really excited about 2026 because we've not seen anything yet. So I appreciate it, and 2025 is coming to a great close for us as a team. Thanks.
Very good. With that, we're going to take a real quick recess while we reset for a presentation. This was at the request of Ms. Murdoch. So much time do you need?
5 minutes at the most.
Okay, you've got 4.
That's good, because I've been drinking a lot.
Unannounced recess?
I've just been told we're waiting on Chief. Thank you for rejoining us, Chief. All right, We have a presentation for retirement. Chief, you're up.
Rich? Come on up, buddy. Come on up, buddy. This is the retirement walk. Slow and steady.
You gotta be anywhere.
Thanks for joining us today to honor the nearly 21 years of service of Sergeant Rich Smith. Sergeant Smith joined the Hamilton Township Police Department in April of 2005 as a part-time officer. He was then promoted to full-time in July 2007. During Rich's career, he held numerous roles, including field training officer, evidence technician, firearms instructor, and taser instructor. Rich also took the role of detective in 2011, where he was instrumental in working numerous criminal investigations. In 2020, he was promoted to sergeant, which is where he finished his distinguished career. He played a key role in helping the agency transition during his career through his mentorship of newer officers and his dedication to training. He was the driving force behind creating the Paint a Plow program and was actively involved in our Citizens Police Academy, building stronger ties with the community that we serve. Sergeant Smith has always been a reliable and dedicated member of the agency, working extra shifts when needed and embracing each new role with utmost effort. During his career, Sergeant Smith received the Officer of the Year Award as well as the RID Award, which stood for Removing of Intoxicating Drivers, numerous times. In 2007, he was recognized by Mothers Against Drunk Driving as a top cop in his OVI or DUI enforcement efforts. Of course, none of this would have been possible without the support of Rich's family, who sacrificed holidays, family time, and peace of mind so he could serve and protect our township. So on behalf of everyone here, thank you for thank you for sharing him with us all these years. On a personal note, I will never forget 2018 when our agency was navigating a challenging transition. Rich stepped up as one of my biggest cheerleaders, offering encouragement and insight. He played a significant role in amplifying our agency's mission and helping set Hamilton Township on a positive trajectory. To so many of us, especially the younger officers, Rich has been more than a colleague, he's been a true father figure, always ready with guidance, wisdom, and that steady presence that we could count on. Rich will forever be remembered by those he worked with as the lighthearted, easygoing officer who could bring a calm voice to an otherwise stressful situation. The humor he brought to the office will be remembered forever. I did not write this next part, just so you know. Yeah, here we go. No one will ever forget the infamous cow email or the inadvertent radio comments that were made when he thought he was on the private channel and not on the countywide frequency. And we're going to leave it at that. Because the other stuff they had me read, I'm like, I can't say that on mic with these cameras going. You're welcome, sir. While we will miss your presence in the briefing room and on the road and around the station, your legacy of professionalism, mentorship, and that unmistakable sense of humor will continue to guide us for years to come. So thank you for your 21 years of dedicated service to the agency, the citizens of Hamilton Township, and the brothers and sisters who you worked shoulder to shoulder with. Thank you, Rich.
Try to leave the humor out for you guys. It's been a pretty cool journey. Went way too fast. It'll take a while to get used to not seeing everybody, but thanks everybody, township, all the citizens, former trustees, the current, all the OG guys, Chris Wall, Darcy, Randy, let me go down the line here. Assistant Chief Short, Captain Rector, Jimmy, of course, Shane Brandenburg, Terryville. Love all you guys. Thanks for all your help during those years. New guys, especially y'all that are having babies, put them first, for sure. You don't want to look back and regret missing stuff. All right? So, thanks everybody. Chief, thank you so much for everything you've done here. I'm going to miss you guys. So. I won't.
You can do some ride-alongs, Rich.
You said too much good stuff, I was going to reapply. So, but no, thank you guys so much. It's been awesome.
With that, we will move into our employee recognition for 2025. Who wants to start?
Let's see what the slides say. Everybody knows that. I told you no.
I don't really need these. First, I'd like to start off, I would like to recognize Leo Enos for his 15 years of dedicated service with our Public Works Department. Over the years, Leo has built a vast knowledge of our township and work practices that benefits not only the jobs we do every day, but also the people we serve. He always is willing to share that experience, especially when it comes to helping newer employees learn the ropes and feel supported. Leo has a unique ability to connect with the people, whether he's interacting with our residents or coworkers. Leo has a great sense of humor and can always make you laugh even on the busiest days. Leo, we appreciate you as a valuable member of our team. Congratulations again on 15 years of dedicated service to our department and to the residents of Hamilton Township. Leo. All right, I would like to recognize Adam Nunez as our 2025 Public Works Department Employee of the Year. Adam's contributions this past year have been exceptional. When we lost our head mechanic, Adam didn't hesitate to step up, taking on increased responsibilities and ensuring our operations continued smoothly. His willingness to take on new challenges during a trying time were invaluable. Adam maintains vehicles and equipment for our public works, police, and fire departments, ensuring our first responders can do their vital work with as little interruption as possible. This year, Adam demonstrated personal growth by studying for and passing 2 ASE certifications. This commitment to continuous learning directly benefits all of us. I have also received numerous compliments from members of all 3 departments, including both fire chief, police chief, assistant, chiefs of both departments, about his performance and positive attitude. So on behalf of the Public Works Department, congratulations, Adam, for being named Employee of the Year.
Chief?
So we have 4 awards this year. You have almost 40 employees. It's hard picking out an employee of the year. They all do such an exceptional job. So our employees of the year are peer-driven. So we use an online platform where anybody can nominate anybody for employees of the year, and then we have a committee that helps pick these. So first is firefighter of the year. So our firefighter of the year started with Hamilton Township in April of 23 as a part-time firefighter EMT and moved to full-time in January of this year. When he started with us, he was very young, inexperienced, and it showed. He has since demonstrated tremendous growth, maturity, and perseverance. He's taken to heart all the advice and directions from both his mentors and his officers, resulting in a very well-rounded employee who can be depended on to complete tasks at a high level. In addition to his growth as an employee, he has taken charge of his fitness and transformed his physical abilities with significant weight loss and increases in strength and endurance. The great strides he has taken in the last year has gained the respect and admiration of both his peers and his supervisors. Please help me congratulate this year's Firefighter of the Year, Gabriel Schultz. Our EMS Person of the Year also started in March of 23 as a part-time firefighter EMT, and although he had multiple offers for full-time, he chose Hamilton Township as his home department. This employee had very little experience upon being hired, but quickly proved himself to be dependable, intelligent, and hardworking. This past year, he's become a value and integral part of his shift. His officers praise his calm demeanor and steadfast attitude, as well as his resiliency. His paramedic partners all state that he is the EMT partner they want to work with. Specifically, his knowledge on runs and performance of his duties as an EMT are above the standard of care. He has since enrolled in paramedic class, and we look forward to his growth as a paramedic. Please help me congratulate our 2025 EMS Person of the Year, Christopher Stock. Our Officer of the Year began his career with Hamilton Township in November of 2018 as a full-time firefighter paramedic and was promoted to lieutenant in 23. He is very disciplined both in the job and with his personal fitness. He sets a very high bar for his own performance and maintains high expectations for his crew. His dedication to the job includes flawless execution of his areas of responsibility, such as maintaining our SCBA breathing apparatus and compressor system. He also serves on the EMS Quality Assurance Committee, ensuring accurate and detailed EMS treating and reporting. He does not hesitate to offer suggestions and/or programs that benefit our department and to the job, to our mission, vision, and values. His dedication to our department and to the job was very apparent on Memorial Day. While being off duty at the station when a structure fire came in close by, he went to the scene in his personal vehicle and aided the crews by assisting with securing a water supply, staging tools, and helping the pump operators complete their assignments. As stated by one of the firefighters on the scene, his actions showed his character and the kind of man and firefighter he is. Our Officer of the Year for 2025 is Lieutenant Eric Webb. He couldn't be here tonight, so his wife Lindsay is going to accept it in his stead. Thank you. So the last award we give is the Fire Chief's Award, and this one's special for me because I get to pick this one. The Assistant Chief and I work on this, and it usually has some special meaning or somebody who's gone above and beyond. This year's recipient started with Hamilton Township as part-time employee in 2014. He was hired full-time in 19 and promoted to lieutenant in 2020. He was finally promoted to captain in September of 23. To say that he is an integral part of our department is an understatement. He has earned the respect of his crew, his fellow officers, and the command staff. His crew states that he leads from the front and upholds strong standards across his shift. He exemplifies the highest standards of leadership and professionalism. He fosters a culture of accountability, teamwork, and continuous improvement. In 2022, he became a leading force in the specification of our new ladder truck. His tireless devotion to ensuring the ladder met our operational needs resulted in a truck that will serve our community for years to come. This year, he's been responsible for assisting with the specification on the new tanker, including the pre-build and post-build inspections. He has been the go-to person for the assistant chief even during off-duty hours to help ensure all the needs of the new trucks were met. This includes the purchase of tools and equipments for the new trucks. He also has been given the task of the tool locations on both trucks. He's accomplished all of this while maintaining high standards while at work and taking coursework for the Ohio Fire Executive course in Columbus, which will complete in June of 2026. Please help me congratulate the recipient of the 2025 Fire Chiefs Award, Captain Josh Myers. Thank you.
That's my subtle way of motioning both of you over here. So, like the fire chief stated, we too have a large department that all of us are proud of, and every single one of these men and women over here are deserving of an award in their own special way. We too would give out 4 to 5 awards this year, but it just simply did not feel right this year with everything that we've had going on. About 2 months ago, I sent out an email-ish asking for nominees for our Employee of the Year award. And like you've heard, those nominees come from the folks at this table back here. And it was unanimous that everyone agreed Megan Graham should be the 2025 Employee of the Year. As I stated in the service, I'm not going to regurgitate everything I said in the service. Megan came to me the Wednesday before Thanksgiving and told me that she was essentially stopping treatments, and 6 days later, she passed away. These emails went out prior to that, and the comments from those folks, as well as us, were despite going through everything she was going through, that young lady came in here and gave it her 100% every time she came through those doors. And we are just immensely proud of her for doing that. So it goes without saying, it's no secret that our 2025 Employee of the Year is obviously Officer Megan Graham. And to accept the award, I'm going to ask Craig, Denise, and Matt, that's mom, dad, and husband, to step up here, please, and we'll present the award to you in Megan's honor.
Craig used to always make fun of me because Megan and I have known each other for probably 20 years, and it took me 17 to finally ask for their permission to marry her and get married. All that to say that it took Megan a while to get here, but this is where she wanted to spend the rest of her career. She loved all of you guys. This was her family, where she felt at home, and just shows by everybody who showed up on Saturday and was there to help out and pay their respects, and all the fun stories that they had of her rescuing horses and cows and dogs from lakes, and she was strong-headed and ornery, and I'm sure butted heads with a lot of you guys, but at the end of the day, she was a loving woman, and I appreciate you all for all your support and everything that you guys have done over the past year and will continue to do. So thank you all and appreciate it.
So, just, I'm going.
That's an inside joke. That's an inside joke.
I will yield my last minute to Chief Hughes. Okay, here we go. Honestly, I just wanted to thank everyone. I had a few words of thanks at Magnus Service Saturday, but police department, fire department, even Public Works, who gave my wife and I a ride on the tailgate of a dump truck to get from the parking for 4th of July down to the parade. We appreciate you too. Administration, trustees, everyone involved in supporting Megan, showing her love, supporting our family. We could never ask for anything more, and we don't know how to repay other than thank you. And thank you everyone for supporting Megan and being there for her. And hopefully her spirit lives on with all of you. I yield.
Good. All right. Trustee comments. Mr. Cordray.
Well, first I just want to say, obviously I've always said this is my favorite meeting of the year. And the reason why is because it's the one time this year, and I think we saw exactly why just a moment ago, that we come together as a big family. And that's why I've always looked at it as my 8 years now finishing up as trustee, that we're one big family. I just want to say thank you to all of you. You guys all do an outstanding job. We're not here, Mr. Rossi and I, we're not here. We're not getting reelected again for the 3rd time if it isn't for you guys. Top to bottom, from the administrative staff through Public Works, and especially what you guys do. I mean, we saw it with the snow. Guys did an outstanding job. Our police, our fire, everybody here. We can just implement a plan. We can share our vision with the township, with the residents, that this is what we're going to do. But no matter what that vision is, if you guys aren't willing, and don't execute that vision, we're not here and we're not successful as a township. And one of the biggest things I think it kind of hits that nail home. I mean, I just reflect back to where we were 8 years ago for many of you that were here and what that was like. When we walked in the door in 2018 for the first time, and where we're at today. It's just unrecognizable. Compare the difference, and that's a testament to you guys. And kind of the cherry on top for me was when we were named the safest municipality with over 10,000 residents in the state of Ohio, and that just takes complete teamwork. It just takes coming together as a group, as a family, and doing that from top to bottom. Like I said, it's every one of you. It's the administrative staff. It's each and every one of you. So I just want to say thank you. And just Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Good. Mark?
Yeah, similar comments from me. I mean, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone. As Daryl said, it takes the community, all the staff, partners Ben and his team, and Dave was here from the engineer's office. I wish community could see a lot of the comments and interaction, that the little things that these departments and men and women do to help each other out. And I think they all genuinely love serving this community. I have to selfishly make one comment here. I think it's kind of fate as I'm sitting here, finishing up my 6th year. I've been pulled over once in those 6 years as a trustee. It was Megan.
What'd you do, Mark?
Megan claims I rolled.
There's a statute of limitations,
Yeah.
just so you know. We can't prosecute on her behalf.
I rolled through a stop sign in Sailboat Landing. She was very nice. She was relatively new. I think she'd probably just finished her FTO work, gave me a warning and let me go about my way. And my late teenage, early adult year daughter got locked out of her car twice early in my time as trustee, and Mr. Smith came both times and got her back in her vehicle. So we're so blessed to have all these folks here. And like Daryl said, it's something you never think about when you think about running for trustee, but it's a great honor and privilege. I know for me, and I'm assuming for these gentlemen too, would share the same thought to serve in this capacity and work with a group of people as strong as everybody in this room. Thank you.
Okay. I certainly share the sentiments of Mark and Daryl, and when we first walked in here, I'll agree with you, it was interesting, and for the first year or two, it was even more interesting. Distinguishable. That's a good one. But over the years, it seems to have gotten so much better, and it seems like everyone is very happy to be here. And I won't go on because Daryl and Mark pretty much said everything that I feel, but for me, it is absolutely an honor to work with you and to serve you, and that's what I consider leadership to be. It's my job to serve you and provide for you whatever it is that your department heads need to do your job. And you do your job, and that's all we're here for. So thank you all. And with that, I will wish a Merry Christmas, and I'll make a motion to adjourn so we could eat lunch at 11:20.
Second.
Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
Mr. Rossi?
Yes.
Mr. Sousa?
Yes.
All right, let's eat.